Hello, this is Steve from Beato's Leatherworks. Today's project is this cute little Chanel purse. Now it's seen its better days. Got some worn out issues here in the corners. So what I came out with, basically we're going to disassemble it and put a corner piece right here on both sides, make it into somewhat of a pattern, condition it. Now this is, from what the customer says, it's not black, it's like a grayish tone. So we're not going to add color to it, but we are going to just kind of wipe it down and give it a good conditioning and try to see if I can blend those new pieces, kind of wrinkle them up a little bit to make them look a little old so it blends in with the design of the bag, so it doesn't look like it's a brand new piece on an older bag. I think that'll be all right. All right, let's get started. Should we trigger some people? I don't know why people get triggered when I do this. Not a big deal. It just gives it a little bit of an edge so I can cut the threads. That's all it is. Doesn't really make it razor sharp. That's not the intent. So now there are some newcomers who ask me about my shaking. It's okay, you can ask. I'm not, I don't get upset. I've been shaking since I was 10 years old. And seen some doctors and everything's turned out normal. Now that shaking gets a little bit bad when it comes to being caffeined up, which I like my espressos, Armenian coffees. That kind of adds to the shaking, but you know what? It doesn't bother me. I know it gets annoying to watch me sometimes. My hands are shaking, but hey, man, it is what it is. That's the worst thing that's going on in my life, then I'm in great shape. So that's what the shaking is about. I don't know where it came from, but I mean, it's possible that, when I was growing up in Lebanon during the war, that had some effect on me. I don't know. I really can't pinpoint that, But that's when it started at about 9-10 years old. And I do some drawing, and it doesn't affect the way I do anything, really. All right, here, as you guys can see, I'm kind of disassembling the bag. Now, if you notice here, there are no outside stitches visible. So this was stitched inside out. So in order to get to that area, you've got to turn the bag inside out. I've got to remove these eyelets right here in the strap, but you can see if I turn this inside out, the two pieces are stitched together like that. So in order to get to that area, we've literally got to turn the bag inside out and disassemble the flap right here so we can get to those problem areas. All right, let's continue. All right, so we've got the bag apart, somewhat apart. Now that's the problem areas there. The front flap here and the back corner. This is what I came up with. And basically, before we make a leather piece, we've got to make a pattern for it. I think the key in anything is making a good pattern, because that's going to follow whatever you cut. It's going to follow the style and the design that you chose for the bag. And I think if we do that on both sides of the bag, I think it'll look kind of cool. All right, let's continue. So I think that is a little bit too large. Okay. So let's make it a little bit smaller. I mean, you can use whatever you want that's got a circular pattern to it. I want to duplicate exactly same. It's almost 1 3/8. So we come on this side, we measure approximately 1 3/8. And we put our plate on that mark, and that'll give us that pattern. Cool. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better. It's not as bulky. We wanted to kind of reinforce the corners, but not to take away from the design of the bag. That's a little better. It's a lot of difference from here to here. Yes, much better. Much better. All right, let's continue. Now this piece I'm going to replace here. This gives it a little bit of structural support, and over time it just becomes flimsy. Also, this piece here, this was on the flap like that. This is going to be replaced also. What's up, buddy? How are you? You're working too hard. That's why we don't have nothing for you. Bye. All right. Now the leather that I use is lambskin, which is similar to what we've got with the Chanel bag. And we'll flatten that out a little bit more. Once I clean everything up and condition it, I think that'll look fine. Oh boy, I can hear the comments now. Hey man, that's not a Chanel bag anymore. You ruined that beautiful bag. Look, to each his own, okay? This is what the customer and I came up with. And this is what's going to make her use her bag a lot longer than she was when it had holes in it. So next time you have a Chanel bag and you don't want to do it like this, don't do it. It's okay. Calm down. Simmer down. Saved by the bell. No, I don't have to get that phone. Reza can get it. All right, so as you guys can see, we're getting there. I think once I have this apart, I might as well clean the lining a little bit, and then the rest of it will wipe down. Now I've ordered some wash eyelets, let's say, or grommets for it, and I'm waiting for that. So as soon as those come in, I'll go ahead and put the finishing touches on it. Well, I'll go ahead and basically stitch everything up and get things ready. And then once the grommets come in, we'll finish it up. All right, let's continue. All right, welcome back. We are done with another project. You know, it turned out pretty good. I think cleaned the inside as best as we could. Added those leather pieces on the sides. I contacted the customer and asked her if it would be okay to add some color to it. It turned out they were black to begin with. Once the grommets were removed, you could see the color underneath, that it was truly a black purse, not like a dark gray. And she agreed, so we added some color, conditioned it, we water repelled it, and put everything back together, and I think she'll be pretty happy. Granted, it doesn't look like an actual Chanel design, but you know, at times we've got to improvise to do what works, and for the customer to reuse the bag. And I think we did that this time. All right, thanks again. I appreciate you guys joining me. For those of you who have items with me, please be patient. I'm getting to it one pair, one purse at a time. We're going to be shutting down for December just to catch up on some backlogged work, also to take some family leave. So hopefully I'll get some work done while the doors are locked and the phones are off. All right, thank you for joining me. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and we'll see you guys on the next project. Take care.